Hey everyone, I am Ashley Bullington and this is the Campfire. Today we are looking at 16-6A, which means we're rolling through Cyprus to talk about CISD squads. After realignment, nothing has changed as far as teams go in the district. And here's a reminder of what teams reside in 16-6A. Bridgeland, Cy Falls, Cy Lakes, Cy Park, Cy Ranch, Cy Springs, Cy Woods, and Langham Creek. A lot of quality teams in this district and a lot of familiarity as well. Let's analyze these teams in our film session. This district had an incredible regular season last year, but fell short in the playoffs as only Bridgeland made it out of the first round. The Bears graduated quarterback Connor Wigman, but returned Jonathan Nelson and Reed McKeeska to an explosive offensive team. Last year's district champ, Cy Park, may be taking a step back, as a lot of experience has moved on. Defensive lineman Jarrett Anderson will be the leader on this side of the ball. Look for Cy Ranch to battle for the district title. It's the defense where they will be really scary. Speaking about good defenses, Cy Woods will be a problem on that side of the ball. Terrence Green and Dylan Rogers are D1 defensive machines that will put the Wildcats in the playoff picture. With that all said, the best player in this district will be running routes for the Langham Creek Lobos. Jaquazi Petaway is a wide receiver that changes outcomes in games with his pure speed. Cy Falls has the offensive newcomer of the year in their backfield in Trey Morris, which should keep them battling for the postseason. Cy Springs has some solid linebackers and Lonnie Leary and Javian Jackson, while Cy Lakes will be trying to keep from going winless again this year. With big stars like Connor Wigman and Harold Perkins graduating, we might see a new team at the top this year. Now let's dig even deeper into 16-6A with Houston Chronicle reporter John Portman and producer Ward Fasold and our district breakdown.
All right, it's district breakdown time. I'm with Houston Chronicle reporter John Portman. John, we're in Cyprus now, 16-6A. They had a heck of a regular season. Postseason wasn't so great. Three of the teams got knocked out in the first round, but Bridgeland did go a couple, 2-3 rounds before running into the magical Tomball team. But they also, this district got hit by graduation. A lot of the stud players that we saw last year are gone. Talk to me about how you think this district may play out.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a lot of happy coaches that don't have to deal with Harold Perkins and Connor Wegman anymore. That's for sure. Obviously, we start with the defending district champion Cypress Park. What a job that Coach Greg Rogers has done since taking over there and building this program from the foundation up. I mean, last year obviously they broke through and won a district title. Probably we're hoping for a little bit more playoff success, but that's definitely something that they can build on. They did lose a lot of talent, including the aforementioned Harold Perkins, one of the top, dual threat two-way players in the country, who's headed down to Baton Rouge and LSU. He was a remarkable player, and you obviously can't just replace that kind of talent, but they have kind of set the expectations now moving forward. You look over at Bridgeland, and they lost Connor Wegman, and obviously that's an important position, the quarterback position. He's now at Texas A&M, so they're going to have to find an answer at that spot. But again, another younger program. Coach Dave Rathfield has done a great job since coming over there. Cy Ranch, you can never count Cy Ranch out. This was a program that has won a state championship before. And they always have a ton of talent, and they're always going to be, competing for the playoffs. So it'll be interesting. It'll look a little bit different, without those same star players coming back next year. But make no mistake, there's plenty of talent left in this district.
I will talk to you later, and we will talk 17-6A.
Sounds good.
The guys had much more to say on this district, and you can catch the entire district breakdown this Wednesday on our social media platforms, or if you just can't wait, go check out the extended version of the Campfire on iTunes and Spotify with Inside High School Sports Houston. We've heard about the teams. Now let's take a look at some of the athletes to watch out for and our players on the rise. Many feel like Langham Creek's Jaquazi Petaway is the best receiver in the state. And who are we to argue? Petaway has 50 catches for almost 800 yards and 7 scores as a junior. And that followed a 55-catch, 1,000-yard season as a sophomore. College scouts are very impressed with his top-end speed and explosiveness off the line of scrimmage. Petaway has offers from just about everybody, including Georgia, Texas, and Oklahoma. At Bridgeland, Reed McKeeska is probably the best tight end in the district, just under 6'6". McKeeska was a go-to guy for the Bears in the red zone. He caught 24 passes for 4 scores. Colleges love that not only is he a big target, but can handle his business in the blocking game as well. Reed has offers from Florida, Oklahoma, and Miami, among others. Cy Ranch has some serious talent on the defensive side of the ball, and it starts with defensive end Ashton Porter, a monster on the line. Porter finished his junior year with 44 tackles, 19 of those for losses, and 8 quarterback hurries. He also picked up 3 sacks and scored a defensive touchdown. Porter recently put out his top 10 list, which has Texas, Baylor, and Nebraska amongst others. Cy Woods is also stacked on the defense as they are led by linebacker Dylan Rogers. He was a unanimous all-district first-teamer last year as he finished with 58 tackles, 2 sacks, and 4 interceptions. Rogers accumulated those stats in just 7 games last year, too. He has offers from Missouri, Texas, and Nebraska, amongst others. Petaway will be one of the areas must-see players in 2022, so make sure you check him out. Another team that has potential to be a title contender is the Cy Woods Wildcats. Our Ward Fussell caught up with their head coach, Cody Semper, to talk about the district and Wildcat football in our Media Day segment.
All right, it's Media Day, 16-6A. We're talking with Cy Woods head coach, Cody Semper. Coach, let's talk a little bit about this district. Not much has changed. I should say nothing has changed. Same squads, but does that familiarity kind of help or hurt the fact that you get to see the same teams over and over again, maybe be able to prepare for them a little bit better?
Well, I think it's a double-edged sword for us. Our staff is mostly new. We had new offensive coordinator, defense coordinators, and of course, for me, it was my first year with Cy Woods football. So obviously, we're going to gain some more familiarity with our opponents and how they're going to attack us, and how, we're going to gain some insight on how we want to attack them. But on the flip side of that coin, they're obviously going to be a lot more familiar with us as well. So I think either way, high school football is such that, there's so many new faces every single year that are actually on the field playing the game. It's so much different than professional sports or even collegiate sports that, our rosters turn over every single year. So there are different dynamics that you have to prepare for either way. We're bringing back the majority of our defense from last year's team, so we're excited about that. You have Dylan Rogers, who's going to be a 3-year starter in our defense. He plays linebacker, but he's incredibly versatile. He can also play out on the edge for us. Terrence Green, who can play anywhere up and down the defensive line just because of his size and athleticism. He's also going to be a young man that plays both sides of the ball. We feel really good about our defense and the amount of experience that they're bringing in. They're a team that's going to fly around to the football. They're going to play hard, and they're going to be stingy.
I wish you good luck this season. And, Coach, thank you very much for joining me.
And thank you. We appreciate you taking the time.
You can hear the entire interview with Coach Semper on our social media platforms this Friday. Or like I said earlier, if you just can't wait, hop on over to iTunes and Spotify. That's going to do it for this week's show. If you haven't heard enough about Cypress ISD schools, just wait until next week when we head over to 17-6A. That's where the rest of them are, along with some Houston teams as well. You can keep up with everything on the high school football scene on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. Until next time, I am Ashley Billington, and thank you so much for watching Campfire.